Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So, yesterday I did a painting that was basically the opposite side of this, and a little different color. I'll show you the background in a minute, or the painting in a minute. And I thought, well, I'll just make the opposite of this. So that is what I'm doing. Attempting to. Sometimes when I do something that's backwards, it's funny how my brain, well, all of our brains really, I suppose, but my brain processes that I'm doing something backwards. Oh my, I'm very sleepy tonight. Even though Owen slept better last night, I still am sleepy. Oops. I need to pay better attention to what I'm doing here. I'm trying to, like I said, I'll show you in a minute. I'm trying to keep, and it doesn't even matter because they're not exactly the same anyways, but I'm trying to keep myself in about the same number of petals that I did with the first one I did. And like I said, it truly doesn't even matter because they're they don't necessarily go together. Like I'm not attempting to make them completely the same. That's the one from yesterday. So I want them to, kind of have some of the same aspects, but from there, really, they don't, they're not really taking on, like, I'm not attempting to make them a pair, if that makes sense. I'm laughing because nothing I seem to be saying is, I'm concentrating on my little spaces, but yet it's a mess. So we'll see how similar they are when I'm done here. Should probably so we had a very busy day. Had a doctor's appointment and Then Owen had some therapy, music, and his vision therapy, and then he went to his grandma's for a little while, and while I had my appointment, and then tomorrow I have an infusion, and then Wednesday I have a doctor's appointment. So it's just a very busy week, because then Thursday he has his therapy again. So just a lot of different things happening. So we shall see how the week finishes up here. It's funny how I pick up any random colors with my paintbrush, and then I go to put paint in a thing, and I'm like, oh, I already have that color that I just did in that particular one. It's kind of funny how that works. And I should just like concentrate on one at a time, I suppose, but it just depends on my mood as to how I ever do anything. So I suppose that's with all things, and all of us do different, depending on what we're doing, but I usually do my signature over on this side. It's not always what I do, but a lot of times that's, and so I'm gonna do it on that side for this one, and it truly doesn't matter, but just depends on my painting, and I mean, I could still throw it over there, but it doesn't really matter. And I've had several comments over the years that I make my signature too big, and it, sometimes it's a quarter, sometimes it's just depends on my painting ability that day to get it smaller or bigger. But to me, because Owen helps me paint the backgrounds, I include his initial O in there when I'm doing it, and so it's something that it's just as much to me about him, and as important that he's featured when I'm doing it. And so to me, it's something that I want in there. So I truly make it part of my whole kind of thing. So that's kind of a bigger deal to me than just my signature, because I want it big. I want it big because the whole reason I paint is because of him. And I mean, like I said, anyone's welcome to their opinion, and I can understand why they're thinking that, but we all have our thing, and why art or why something is important. So that's why I'm sharing it, is because that is something that's very important to me, and the whole purpose of this. I'm going to switch back to my other brush here. Kind of so we'll see what this one goes. Just gonna do a few random colors that I'm praying that Owen sleeps tonight. I fell asleep again, so I've slept a good portion of the evening, but it's still, how it is. Okay, I think I'm going to sign here O for Owen, and then L. Oh, I'm about to drip on it anyways, but I was about to lose a lot of paint on that. So, okay, I'm going to, I call these my sprinkles. I put extra paint, a mess of the paint on my paintbrush, and then the tapping of the paintbrush. And I really need to not do this with, I have several paintings very close. And I've said it before that I moved my my table. Well, I had a catastrophe, I'm going to call it that, now it's been months and months and months ago, and one of my paint holders broke, kind of, something happened, well, it just broke, and then I got it fixed, but all my paints were everywhere and everything was everywhere, so I moved my table. Then that led to me not putting all the paints in the right spot, because I never did like where my table was, so I didn't put my paints in the right spots. I gotta move this because I am afraid I'm gonna paint all over it. So I moved my table into another spot and when I did that, I didn't put my paints back, and then I got a whole bunch of new paints, and here they sit. So, and I keep thinking that we are going to find some properties so that we can move, and so my paints, putting them in the right spots would take so much less time than me continuously talking about it. But that is where they sit. Okay. One more little doodad of just like the real messiness of this. Okay, see, I wear half of it. Okay, so that's that one, and that one's that one. So we'll see what the preference is. I got paint all over me. Not that you could tell with that one, but there you go. Alright, so thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.